Wid Yi.
Sorry we're late.
You caught your breath.
Hi. Ooh, sorry we're late, no. Bit of a hashed evening, very sorry.
Being late for a podcast that's downloaded at different times of the day depending on where and when you're listening is quite impressive. We've managed to fuck up royally.
Yeah, but we're an hour behind schedule.
At least.
Thank you very much, Kebab Shop. I forget your name, but I won't be going back again.
I think we should name and shame. So,
go for it.
Before we do, and this on our terrible experience tonight earns it the title of Scotland's worst kebab shop, even though the kebabs themselves are quite delicious. We'll get to this in a second.
Well, you say it's a kebab shop. For it to be a kebab shop, I'd have to leave with a kebab. I left with nothing.
So,
just losing 20 minutes of my valuable time. I could eat a kebab in under 20 minutes.
So what we normally do on a Friday, we've talked about this before, pretty boring. We have a little ritual, and this has been since day one of doing this podcast. In fact, when we had the idea to do the podcast,
it was kebabs.
Yeah, we would sit down at Dave's house with a kebab and be like, right, so how do we do a podcast?
What are we doing?
And then since then, we've kind of gone round a few different kebab shops near where we are. Now, tonight, I had this brainwave on the way from mine, rather than fannying about in town trying to find kebab, and it's cold and it's dark and we're getting old and scared. There's a kebab shop down the street from me. The guy's usually really spot on. The service is brilliant.
I don't believe you.
Tonight,
after tonight's escapade.
So tonight, basically, we walked in, two guys sat down, Jakey Jack, could you shut the door?
He ordered the whole shop, to be fair. He was on the munchie.
Can you shut the door?
That's a pretty fucking solid impression. We must have stood there for 20 minutes?
At least.
Now, if we'd placed their order and were waiting for food for 20 minutes...
different story.
We were waiting for someone to fucking say, hi guys.
Yeah.
This gets worse. There were only, two people in the kebab shop when we got there. There was Fat Phil and Jakey Jack. I'm just making up character names.
Fat Phil.
Fat Phil, like a bad EastEnders villain. Alright then, I'm going to club you with a kebab. If he gets one this time.
What? I want a kebab and chips, mate. Hey, innit?
I think we'd be safe enough with him around because he's not getting served this century. So yeah, Fat Phil, Jakey Jack sat down on the bench. Some other twat walks in with his kid who's, clearly just been to brownies. He gives it 30 seconds. I mean, he must have been really important because he waited 30 seconds and sawed it off again.
Well, at that point, that's when we thought, you know what, we've waited 20 minutes. He didn't even wait a minute.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we still doing here? So off we fucked.
But the best bit about this is, the owner, Mitcho, must have taken us on about 5 times. He looked at us, and he just turned his back and kept slicing kebab.
Yeah.
Some random walks in, and he's like, can I help you, Mitch? And he's like, yeah, sure. Answer the phone.
What about me? I want my kebab.
We should have just phoned it in.
I think we should have phoned it in while we're there, and just while he's saying, hello, can I take your order, please? It would just, put your head up, lift your head up, see us behind the glass.
There we are.
That's me. Yeah. I would like to place an order, please, you prick.
This is going to sound so ranty, but everyone gets bad experiences of customer service. And this is hands down the worst customer experience I think I've ever had in my life.
I'll just say, I wouldn't even classify it as customer service. Nothing happened.
It's like...
If it was bad customer service, like if he wiped his ass with banana bread or something, that's bad customer service. It's bad hygiene too. I went in there and I just got a sniff of all this delicious kebab. I didn't get any of it. I actually felt like I'm a deed.
I mean, I felt like maybe this was kind of punishment because we left the door open for longer than 10 seconds and Jakey Jack got upset.
No. I meant to shut the door.
So, we're officially crowning Mitcho's Kebab and Takeaway on Clifton Road, Aberdeen,
the worst kebab shop in Scotland.
Do you think we should leave him a Google review to that effect?
Yeah, why not?
As the podcast.
Mitcho's Kebab Shop. Didn't he leave with kebab?
Will we put that as a Google review?
Wasn't even didn't leave with a kebab. Didn't leave with nothing.
Hang on. I can't type that quickly. Right, hang on. Didn't leave with a kebab. Oh, you're actually typing this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mitcho's in Aberdeen, Clifton Road.
You're useless.
You ignored me in person. You're going to ignore this review. Right. So that's why I'm going to go to town on you bastards.
Right, so we have a Gmail account for the Wid Yi podcast. Of course we do.
Of course we do, yes.
Food. How many stars would you rate the food out of 5?
Well, there was no food, so no stars.
Well, we have to... Oh, hang on, can I leave this? Oh, we might be able to do no stars.
Ooh.
This would be a first. You'll like the next rating.
Right.
Service.
What service?
0 stars for that.
I didn't even get acknowledged. So, 0 stars?
At atmosphere. Now, to be fair, you cannot deny there was a really fucking tense atmosphere with Fat Phil and Jakey Jack.
Yeah, as soon as I walk in,
Aye, can you shut the door?
I would say that it's the friendliest atmosphere in a kebab shop I would ever have.
Aye, can you shut the door? Otherwise I'm going to stick my needle in your leg and I'm going to give you chlamydia.
At least you're left with something.
Well, if I'd left with something, I would at least have had a star.
Okay, so atmosphere. I think on the basis that Jakey Jack was quite terrifying, that's 3 stars.
No, I'd say 1, because at least there was an atmosphere.
Can we meet in the middle and leave 2 stars?
All right, 2 stars.
2 stars, right.
But wait, no, we can't, because Jakey Jack gave the atmosphere, not the kebab shop owner.
Good point.
So,
back down to 1.
back down to 1.
Back down to 1, right.
The staff did fuck all.
Right, in the notes. Didn't leave with a kebab.
Left with my dignity.
Customer yelled at us to shut door.
To shout door.
Shut the door.
Waited 20 minutes for someone to say
Nothing.
hello. Took... I don't want to be really arsey about the phone call thing, but like, this is the point we were trying to get to as well before.
Yeah.
Random Pete walks in, nice guy by all accounts. Why is he answering the phone when there were at least now 3 hungry people stood in front of him?
Yeah.
I'm assuming we were hungry because we had
I
no
was hungry.
food.
This was about 9 o'clock at night, and I hadn't had my dinner.
Waited 20 minutes for someone to say hello, ignored us and subsequent customers, and started playing Candy Crush on their phone instead. Don't go if you're hungry.
Go if you're skint.
Does that work, do you think? Actually, hang on. Made us late
For podcasting.
for recording our podcast, and we're still hungry.
That's actually a lie, because we went to another kebab shop where they took us on in about 2 minutes, and by the 3.5 minute, we left with kebabs.
We were basically in and out in less time than it took for Jakey Jack to shout at us to shut the effing door.
Yeah.
The ironic thing about the place we went for food is it's called Aberdeen's best kebab shop.
It's not the best kebab I've ever had, but it was tasty enough.
We had a kebab.
Yeah, we left with a kebab.
A transaction occurred.
Yeah. And it was nice and quick, and we got fed.
Right, so in summary, didn't leave with a kebab. Customer yelled to shut the door. In fact, I feel like we need to draw attention to that's the only communication we had whilst in the shop.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
This was the only acknowledgement we received of our existence. How do you spell existence?
We were there. You've probably spelt kebab wrong as well. You spelt kebab with a 6 again, haven't you?
I've put burger.
Oh, fuck, no, it's a kebab shop.
Yeah. Right, didn't leave with a kebab. Customer yelled to shut the door. This was the only acknowledgement we received of our existence. Waited 20 minutes for someone to say hello. Ignored us and subsequent customers and started playing Candy Crush on their phones instead. That works.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't go if you're hungry. Go if you're skint. Made us late for recording our podcast. And we're still hungry.
Well, to be honest, I would probably have another kebab.
He doesn't need to know that it's a lie.
Yeah. You can find it when this goes live in a couple of weeks.
Right, we have to continue this. Did you dine in, take away, or got delivery?
Neither.
I'm going to say take away because we have to do something.
No, we didn't even take anything away, so what did we do? Nothing.
What did you get? The options are breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, other. Well, I'm ticking the other box.
Well, tick the other box and we say, what was it? Nothing.
How much did you spend per person?
Oh, nothing. That's easy.
I'm going to quantify a tenner on our time because, again, Google wants us to...
Well, can you not just put like a penny? Or 0 pence. What have you done?
Want to help millions? Local guides are people who make it easier to explore the world. Do we want to be a local guide?
A guide for what? Shit kebab shops?
Yeah, let's join the community.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, we have to put in our time. I can't believe we've spent 10 minutes slagging off a kebab shop in Aberdeen, but genuinely, like, I've been to Mitcho's before, right?
No, I'm not buying that.
Hear me out here. Hear me out. I love a good takeaway, and I like this place because this is going to be really weird. I like rice. Don't ask me what it is, but see if you get a good plate of rice with your dish.
Yeah, but who has rice with a kebab? That's the weirdest thing.
I think this is like when you've been to Fat Fighters and you go for a chipper afterwards and you ask for a can of Diet Coke. You feel good about yourself because you've had a can of Diet Coke.
I remember I was in Edinburgh one night and there was a chip shop that was shut down. And I was told this is the chip shop you need to go to, but it got shut down because somebody threw a cat in the deep fat fryer. That's not even a joke. So the health and safety shut the place down, and that was it. And then it said, due to health and safety, this chip shop is closed. But somebody at the bottom said, I didn't eat here to get healthy, you prick.
If you want to check out a review, I think Google are considering publishing it. Mitcho's.
Mitcho or Mitchell?
Mitcho, Mitcho. Mitcho's Kebab, Aberdeen.
Clifton Road.
If you're on a diet, it's the place to go. Wid Yi. Do you think Donald Trump... I'll lose my voice.
Here's the voice. Love the voice. Here's the voice.
Right, we'll try that again without the frog in my throat. Gollum. It's been one of them weeks, I think, I've been shouting at the telly every time that orange Tango Tit's been in camera. I still can't believe this. Now...
What, the Tango Man?
Yeah.
The actual Tango Man or the blonde-haired Tango Man?
Well, you say hair. I mean, it's a dead weasel, isn't it?
It's a dead weasel, and I'm pretty sure his lips are made from sphincter. The way...
Yeah.
He'll be celebrating with a kebab, I'll tell you.
I mean, it'll be McDonald's. It's going to be McDonald's. Did he not have somebody in the White House?
Fake news, it's a kebab.
Did he not have somebody trained in the White House to cook McDonald's on demand? Like, I think they basically just nicked somebody from McDonald's and went, you will now be here 24/7.
You're his personal chef. You're making Big Mac sauce.
Don't want to know how that's made. When the red...
well, we know how it's actually made in the White House.
When that red alarm goes, you drop everything and make a Big Mac.
Do you want to know my genuine thought on this? Britain and America appear to be on a unofficial who can fuck themselves over the fastest competition with each other.
It's like America sneezes and we catch a cold. They've got Trump, we're going to get fart face.
Well, America had Joe Biden. You know, the man who forgot Joe Biden's name was Joe Biden. That's the best way of describing him.
We had Rishi Sunak.
We had Rishi Sunak, and now we've erected a red Tory lying sack of shit into power who is a bee in his bonnet for pensioners. Britain, solemnly and comfortably in this shitty competition, appear to be in the lead, but America have just played their trump card.
Hey!
Fake news, fake news.
Did you realise you said erected instead of elected? You've got an obsession with Keir. It's kind of worrying.
Well, do you want to know how you tell when a politician's aroused? He gets taller.
But yeah, I mean, joking and everything aside, the Trump thing's an absolute fucking disaster for the world.
I mean, I totally understand why he won the election.
Because redneck vote?
Well, not just the redneck vote, but the Harris campaign was purely don't vote for him, don't vote for him, don't vote for him. There wasn't much about policy. I mean, there was dribs and drabs, yeah, but if I was to tell you this, right, what were Harris's policies, without going into Google, what were Harris's policies?
Not a fucking clue.
Right, what were Trump's policies?
Deport the illegals.
See, you know all this. You know the basics.
He has a Trump policy. Build the wall, the greatest wall mankind's ever seen.
Build the wall. We'll add the death penalty to everyone who does something bad in America who's not American.
I remembered another Trump policy that I heard him ranting about today.
What's that?
Sexual equality and sexual diversity in the classroom is going to be banned. American kids will now be told you're either a boy or a girl and you can't mix. And I'm sure that
happened in like World War II when like boys and girls had their own classes.
I'm pretty sure that what he's going to do now is go full homophobe. And it's not just going to be about gender equality. It's not going to be about gender identity.
It's going to be about equality, period.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gay, you're going to be a second-class citizen. That's what's coming, this deluded fuckwit. Make no mistakes about it. And the other thing that scares me, I feel so sorry for the people of Palestine and Ukraine.
They're fucked.
They're fucked 6 ways to Sunday.
Sad. I agree.
It's beyond sad. I mean, Putin.
Courageous leader, was it?
Yeah, courageous leader, and then congratulated him on... So yeah, a couple of days after Tango Tits won the election, according to The Guardian, Putin congratulates Trump on election win and says Russia is ready for dialogue. Of course it is. Russia just won the fucking election.
Oh, Russia have just won Russia are going to take over the world now. It's as simple as that.
I mean, that's what Putin wants, and this is what scares me about the whole Ukrainian situation, right? Not to dive too far into it, but Trump is going to now go to Zelensky and say,
give up your turf.
That's basically what he's going to say, is concession is the only solution. That is what he's going to say. Now, the second Putin thinks, great, this worked. All that Putin has to do is dig his heels in till Tango Tits comes riding in and basically says, right, come on guys, play nice. By the way, Ukraine, give up your land.
Yep.
Where does this stop?
If he gets told that Ukraine has to give up their territory, he'll see that as a victory.
And it's going to be the same with Netanyahu. It'll be exactly the same.
You'll have all the Putin sympathisers and supporters in Russia go, yes, we win war.
I mean, what's going to... This sounds like a fucking episode of Playdays. What message is this going to send to Kim Jong-un?
Well, he's now in Ukraine now, would you believe? Not him, but his armies are, because Putin's running out of soldiers.
It's all about to kick off. And
can I just say, this podcast has gotten very serious all of a sudden. Can we go back to weed, dick and fart jokes?
Well, I mean, we have been talking about Trump for 10 minutes.
Wid Yi.
I feel we're going to have to bring this up a wee notch, with all the election crap. I mean, we're not that topical. It's supposed to be not a serious podcast, is it?
I mean, we basically called Donald Trump a convicted sex offender. I don't think we're being dead serious. Sorry, actually, that's factually accurate. Yeah, that is quite serious.
Ah, dear. Well, I'll bring it up a wee notch with a
Go on,
dirty
then.
joke. Let's go with that. Would you call an IT teacher who touches his students?
No idea.
A PDF file.
Or as we call them in standard grade computer, a Gary Glitter file. Oh, man.
Shall we dig into a Wid Yi? Because this episode's
think we
quite
should.
long and we've not done one yet.
You know what I think would cheer you up as well, by the way, as a side note? There are people in my street with Christmas lights up already. Halloween was last week. We've just done bonfire night. There are at least 2 houses directly opposite me that have got Christmas lights. There's a cheery thought.
That's not a cheery thought.
It is.
It is not.
It is. Right.
What am I getting taught?
Would you eat roadkill on the side of the roads in full view of traffic for £1,000?
What kind of roadkill are we talking?
Doesn't say. It just
Doesn't
says,
say.
would you eat roadkill on the side of the road? So it's basically roadkill al fresco.
And is it raw or do I get to take a barbecue with me?
Again, it doesn't say. So I'm gonna err on the side of generosity here and say, you know what?
Yeah,
if you can be arsed hoofing a barbecue about with you, on the off chance
Well,
there's a deer at the side of the roads.
well, it might be a deer, it might be a pheasant, it could be a rat.
Have you ever hit a deer while you're driving, by the way?
I have not, but I've hit a pheasant. I've actually hit a badger.
Oh, wow. I have hit a couple of deers in my time, yeah? One of them was not long after I rolled a car, and the time before that I was doing 60 mile an hour on some back road up near Peterhead.
Oh, aye.
And this little Bambi ran out in front of me, and I just scoofed it on the side of the car, like where my passenger headlight
They're
was.
idiots.
Well, this one was an idiot, but I also totaled the front of my car. I had to nurse it back home with like a headlight smashed, the bonnet kind of sticking up a wee bit. And you know, the love and sympathy I got from my friends was, and why didn't you catch the fucking thing? We could have had venison burgers.
Yeah, I know.
I got asked that so many times. I was like, it went off and died. Well, you should have gone out and got it.
See, I remember my old job years and years ago, about 15 years ago. I used to work in an accident repair shop.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to assess the damage and crashed cars.
You're like an
etc.
estimator then.
It was a bit of estimating,
Yeah.
there was a bit of sourcing parts, etc. But in all honesty, it was quite commonplace. You'd have a car with half a deer in the grill.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh do. But it was quite often where you'd have to open up the bonnet and there'd be chunks of deer in there.
I
and
can imagine,
There'd be
yeah.
antlers sticking out the front, and it was one I was looking at. It was a Ford Transit, and it was the perfect height for the thing to hit 70 mile an hour, but the deer would get hit with a grill and it would just smash its way through that
Oh,
and into
God.
the engine compartment and all that. So quite often,
Minced.
yeah, basically. And do you want to know something? The engine would be hot.
Oh, to be cooked.
So it was cooked. And I'm not going to say I wasn't tempted.
Well, I mean, if you've been that close to it before, this would be an absolute walk in the park then, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
that's why I'm saying, yeah, I would seriously consider eating roadkill.
Let's work in a pure hypothetical here,
Right.
as all our widgets are.
Yep.
You're in a transit van.
Yep.
You've just hit Bambi. Mm-hmm. It's already had a bit of a warming up.
Wait. Is this Bambi as a child or Bambi as a grown-up?
Bambi's a grown-up.
That's all right.
Nobody's going to kill child Bambi. That's
Nobody's
just too
going to...
sad.
No, that's just too nasty.
That's way too sad for this. We're trying to be cheery.
Yeah, because adult Bambis get issues. You know, he watched his mum get brutally murdered as a child, so God knows what kind of psychological terror he's going through.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
absolutely fine to hit adult Bambi. Not that
Yeah.
you want to, but if it's going to happen, it's as fine as it gets.
It maybe explains why deer always run out in front of cars, because
Yeah.
they're depressed.
Yeah, and
I mean, if I watched my parents get brutally murdered as a kid, and here I grow up to be in my 40s, I'm going to want to hit myself in front of a bus.
okay, that's very cheery.
Yeah.
So you hit Bambi in a transit.
Yeah.
It's already medium rare.
Yeah.
You strike up the barbecue at the side of the roads
With a sriracha sauce.
with the sriracha sauce.
Maybe
you
some
can
jalapenos.
You can have jalapenos. You can have salad. You can have whatever
Look,
the fuck you want to go with your
seriously,
venison.
I'm starving. We didn't get that kebab earlier. I'm feckin' starving.
£1,000 Bambi at the roadsides.
Show me the money.
Wid Yi.
Right, here's what I saw in the news a couple of weeks ago. Russia, have you read this? Have you heard this? Russia has fined Google more money than there is in the entire world. So Putin in Russia don't like things in general.
Right.
You know, Facebook's banned, you can't go on Twitter.
Yeah, usual shit.
They don't like Google, so they have basically fined Google. Are you ready for this?
Go for it.
2 undecillion rubles. It's a 2 followed by 36 zeros.
Right, and do you want to know how much that's worth?
75 quid.
I was about to say 40 quid.
Well, apparently no. This, in dollar terms, means Google has been forced to pay. Are you ready for this?
Right.
Now, bear in mind, we had a widget a few weeks ago that involved...
A hyper mega million, whatever we called it.
Yeah, we made
A
up some...
tetrahedrocedron.
Yeah, this is bigger than that.
Right.
It's 20 followed by 36 zeros. So it's 20 and then in bunches of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 groups of 3 zeros. So 30...
33 zeros. And that's in rubles.
That's in ruble. No, that's in dollars.
Well, that's in dollars, okay.
Yeah. This is why I'm getting confused. 2 undecillion rubles, which is a 2 and then 36 zeros. But in dollar terms, it's 20 and then what did we say, 11 zeros after it?
All I can say
11
is...
groups of 3 zeros.
If you were Google, would you pay it?
No, Google isn't worth that much money. It says here...
Well, I want to know what Google did to get this fine.
Does it say why? Oh, yeah, here we go. Russian media outlet. RBC, Russian Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah, dependable.
It's reporting the fine on Google relates to the restriction of content of 17 Russian media channels on YouTube. So basically 17 Russian propaganda wagons going, we love Putin, Putin is our leader, Putin is glorious, make glorious Putin. 17 channels that basically suck up to the madman have been blocked or restricted or throttled by YouTube.
Back to dictators.
Yeah. Anyway, they fined Google more money than there is in existence.
So how the hell are they going to pay this?
Oh, I'm guessing this will just be a long-standing credit arrangement.
I reckon what they'll do is they'll make the ruble even more worthless so that it will only make 26 quid, and then we'll say, there you go, there's your 26 quid.
I look forward to paying Google's fine on their behalf.
Right, jumping back into it, we've got a widget sent in on
What's up, your widget?
If you want to give us a widget on your own, the number to send it to is 07460 643 930.
And if you couldn't be arsed listening to Dave, I've put a little button on the website as well, widget.com, which says WhatsApp your widget, so you don't even have to remember that number that I've already forgotten.
I've forgotten. Well, you told me to say it.
I did, and the worst
you
of it
wrote
is...
it down for me as well. You said, oh, that's the number. All right, fine, great. Now you just put me under the fucking bus. Right, you know...
I put the SIM card in my phone, I can't even remember the fucking number.
Could you not have made it like a number like it was for live and kicking, like 01818118181?
Do you think... Hang on a second.
It's sad I remember that live and kicking's not been on for 25 years.
Can I buy an 0181 number?
For WhatsApp.
Yeah, here we go. Request 0181 number from Wrinkle.
I ain't requesting nothing from a Wrinkle.
It's a company. I wonder, right? Can I go, oh, here we go, select your numbers.
Oh.
This one begins 0181. Yep. Search for a number with 811 8181. No results found. Do you think
we could have got the live and kicking phone number?
Do you think we could change the last one to a 2 and then we could re-sing it and go 0181 811 8182?
No, I'll get a better one. Make it 0181 811 8118.
I like what you did there. No, we can't get that either.
Can't do that? Bastard.
We could just sit here for the rest of the episode and work out which number we can spoof this. Oh, I know what we can do.
What, the big breakfast?
I can't remember that. I know it was 2 Lock Keepers Cottages. Why don't we change it, right?
Old Ford Lock, London, E32NN.
Right, Live and Kicking was either Manchester or London, depending on which era. Because remember they did like the 815 from Manchester, which was the same thing, and I think they ripped off the same phone number. Right. It was always London, right? Why don't we imagine a universe where Live and Kicking came from, like, Newcastle? We could have 0191.
No, they did that. It was called SMTV Live with
right. So they did, man. Hey, why don't we change it to... Can I change this to 0191?
0191 811 8181.
It's like a weird hybrid. I've had a deck. Meet Gordon the Gopher. Right, anyway, you can use the phone number, you can use the website.
Just WhatsApp us your widgets.
If you was 1 inch in your mum and your dad was 1 inch in you, do you go backwards or forwards?
So, Martin, we'll play it again just so you understand it.
I heard it fine. Now, we had something similar last week, which was like, would I join in with my parents or would I watch them for all of eternity? So in this fucked up little parallel world of Aiden's, I want to say thank you for your widget, but I'm really struggling to.
Put it this way, last week you took the third option, which was neither.
Yes.
This time, you're in that situation now, and there's no there is going back, but there's also going forward. So, you know, that's just one of those things. Are you going in or are you getting pushed in?
This isn't the fucking hokey cokey.
Oh, there's a lot of hokey cokey in this one, I'll tell you that much.
Fuck my life, I quit.
Wid Yi.
Right, moving swiftly on. What the hell is it with people and me and my parents I think maybe we call it time on WhatsApp Your Widget.
No,
if you want to send
no.
one in, but it doesn't involve me and my parents, my mum's no longer with us. This is quite traumatic. Shouldn't even be fucking laughing at that. Yeah, thank you for submitting them. Remember, we'd love your feedback. You can get in touch via Facebook, via Twitter,
Through YouTube, through Spotify,
Amazon,
our website.
Apple.
I think that bit covers it, isn't it?
I think it does.
Second class post.
No, that costs like £1.50. Fuck that.
Yeah, I know.
Debbie's a new listener to the show, by the way.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Debbie raises an interesting point.
Right.
She says, you guys swear an awful lot.
Uh-oh.
I think Debbie is actually called Karen.
Are you suggesting Karen's telling us to make an episode that doesn't involve swearing?
I get the distinct impression that Karen, who's not called Debbie, who's not called Karen, has stumbled across us by accident and is quite shocked.
Oh, no. I mean, maybe she doesn't like that last widget that got WhatsApped.
I mean, she won't have heard it until the point that she's listening to it, so she doesn't She doesn't already know she's offended.
I'll guarantee she switched off after Aidan's comment right there.
Don't listen to last week's episode unless you're going chronologically, in which you'll be like, that's the same widget as last week. Should we maybe do this as a point in hand?
What, make a PG-rated episode?
A Karen-friendly special?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Will we do this?
Get the swearing out of your system this week, and next week we'll do an episode with no swearing.
Fuck, bollocks.
Quack, quack, quack. Fuck. Why have I turned into a duck? Get the swearing out of you.
Maybe that's what we do instead of swearing. We just imitate Disney characters. We just imitate like Disney characters. Will we do this? Will we actually try and do a full episode?
So how are we going to do a full episode with, we just saw you suck your mum's dick or something.
If you're going to try and make it like, universal rated or PG or 12A, let's aim for 12A. Let's be realistic.
No. You can still get some offence in a 12A.
Yeah, but it's not going to upset Karens.
It will. Karens get upset at everything.
Do you remember, did your parents ever do this? When we were younger, Mum subscribed to some weird-ass sort of video club thing where the guy would come round every month and he'd be like, right, we got these wholesome videos for your kids to watch.
Why does he sound like a backstreet pornographer?
I mean, some lovely videos for your kids to watch. Double penetration.
I reckon he probably did sell all sorts and just, he would change his pitch depending on the house he rocked up with his little suitcase full of doom.
No, I never had that. No, I didn't get that.
We used to get these, they were peddled as, wholesome family movies.
I love what you say. You're calling him a peddler now. A smut peddler from the 80s.
Yeah, he was. They would come round us, we would watch, normal movies like Back to the Future and Gremlins and RoboCop and shit like that.
But what's your mum and dad watching in the bedroom?
Well, nothing. But here's the thing. Mum bought into this for about 6 months. It would be really weird shit, and there was no point to this movie and no reason and no well-known actors and no production values. I think this guy was just making these himself. Put on American accents.
No, I'll tell you what it was. Have you ever seen that film Be Kind, Rewind with Jack Black? Is it not a bit like that where he turns them into Swedish-made movies?
Swedes, yes.
Yeah, Ghostbusters but Sweded and Men in Black but Sweded.
I don't think it was even that good. I mean, I wish I could remember what these are called. We've probably got one of these in the loft somewhere.
Oh, I really want to see one now. Pete loses his cat sounds like a real intriguing story.
Jim discovers himself. It was really weird and it was really wanky, and the best bit about this is we managed to waste about 50 quid of mum's money because none of us watched one of these fucking videos. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, just a wee thought I had.
Is this going to be dangerous? Is this going to be like my WhatsApp Your Widget earlier?
It might be. Oh, it might be. It's just a general discussion point here, to be honest with you, But see if they say breast size doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
Neither should dick size. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be body confident.
Well, be body confident and all that sort of shit, but I don't care how big her sharp potatoes are, but if her wang is a millimetre bigger than mine, I'm out.
Wid Yi.
It's a wee bit like that situation again. Why can't we get fake penises, for the purpose of making men feel adequate in the changing room? I mean, there's only two different types of cock size. You've got the tiny ones where mates go...
What, the Trump special?
The Trump special. You've got the other ones that folks go, oh, fucking hell, Jesus Christ, that's like a baby's arm holding an apple or something like that,
The Austin Powers quotes.
But then you get the midway ones that nobody seems to bother, So I was thinking, you get, the chicken fillet bra fillers for chicks. Well, why do we not have something that we can, clamp on that makes it like a realistic looking lump?
Is it not socks?
Yeah, but if you're in the changing room, in the gym,
they'll fall out.
And the socks will fall out. So what I'm talking about is just nobody's going to stand and look at your wang in that much detail. They're going to see it in the corner of their eye and this thing flapping about where you've got this thing just sort of glued. So yeah, I just thought to myself, like, instead of these chicken fillets, well, why do we not just get like a long bit of chicken fillet and just flap it about a wee bit, and
Smoked sausage.
could be a smoked sausage. You know, I think we better jump into another. Would you squeeze another one in for the day?
Let's get another one in before the end of the episode.
Right. Okay. Would you read another would you with your mouth full of water? Tenor if what you say is understood.
It's kind of difficult to do on this side of the desk because.
Well, why don't we swap sides of the desk?
Right, okay, hang on.
But you've got to read me a would you with your mouth full of water.
I get the gag, right? Hang on a second. This is kind of complex because I need to take my headphones round, so you're going to have to kind of go, all right, okay. No,
you know what?
That'll do fine. That'll do fine. Right, hang on. Have you got another. Where's your headphone thing? Have you got another widget that I can read while I'm trying to do this?
Yeah, we do.
Right, okay. So you've got another widget. I've got to do this with a mouthful of water. There's not a chance this is. Oh, for God's sake! That's like War and Bloody Peace. You got like half a page. I have to read another widget with a mouthful of water.
Yes, you do.
Smells like coffee because this is my coffee mug. Oh God! Right, okay.
Right, for the record, his mouth is now full of water. He's now got. This isn't working, is it? Right, try again.
I just saw the name Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Thanks for listening. Would you do us a favour and check back again next week? And don't forget to find and like us on the socials. Wid Yi.